Hello, it's me, Joshua Hunter, Josh Hunter, and I'm here on the planet Earth. I'm kind of wondering, like, should I stop saying that I'm on the planet Earth? Every time I say it, I feel like I'm confirming something. Like I feel like it's one of those things that, right? I think if the human body advances to a certain point, if the human body's hearing becomes if the standard human body's hearing becomes more aware of its multi-dimensional senses, I think it's a good thing for me to say that I'm on the Earth. For example, like people in the future, like maybe hundreds of years from now, it seems unusual to me that YouTube would survive for that long. Because I watched the YouTube videos. It's like, oh, this video's been around for 13 years, and I'm like, how has a video been around for that long? But then I'm thinking like people in the future, like their hearing might be a little different, and so you know, I don't know. Sometimes people can be sense. I don't know why I say hearing. I mean any sense. Well, I don't know. I mean, what do I try to say? If by some chance the people of the future are really advanced, but they don't really understand their abilities, and they are, like a person could be in one room, or a person could be like, alright, well, anyway, I want to make sure, okay, here's something I also got to say. This is a part of a full disclosure thing. A lot of this is just me making sure that I've said what I have attempted, so that, like, just in case, like, sometimes you just need to know, like, somebody tried this. I'm not saying it worked, but like I said, I've tried very, very many schemes to try to be housed, but not like duplicitous. I mean, they've always been like, I just, I have not been, I like living indoors. Anyway. So I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what? If I could guarantee that something, I tried to get. All right, one time I was sitting on this bench, and there's this other YouTuber, or I think he does other stuff, but his name is Ice Poseidon, and he came up to me and he interviewed me for something or whatever. He tried to invite me on some road trip. Tried to invite me on some road trip or something, and I don't know, I didn't want to go. And he said, so do you have any advice for success, or something like that? And I said, bribe everyone that you can. If you want to be successful, bribe everyone. If you're not a politician, if it is safe and reasonable, and not an act of moral deficiency to do so, bribe. Grease every wheel. So, you know, yeah, I guess I'll disclose, a method that I use. I learned this from this religious thing that I was a part of for about a decade. I don't recommend, it was, I don't even want to talk about it. Anyway, but they recommend that you just constantly bless everything. You just, as if you were like a priest or something, well, they don't say as if you were a priest, but I mean, you're just constantly blessing. So you go to the bathroom, you bless the toilet. I mean, you leave the house, you bless the door. You bless the trees and the and the frogs and the butterflies and the air that you breathe. You bless the clouds. It's just a constant. And once you build up a certain momentum, eventually you are like, it creates a type of, a ring of blessings, like a wheel of blessings, a constant return of goodness and gladness. And so my power issues are a little complicated, so I can't necessarily do the bless everything all the time. I'm in various, So anyway, I was trying to get myself housed. So I figure if I could guarantee that some group, I tried to bribe the future. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. I tried to guess as to what period in time that I would be most helpful to, and so I don't remember what time period it was. I think It was not later than the year 2400. It was probably like, because I don't really like 22 or 23, but I think it was, because I remember it was a good number. Like, I mean, it wasn't like I didn't just randomly choose any number, but it was like, I think it was the year 20. It had to be like the 24th century, so maybe 2350. No, 20. No, oh no, it was like probably like 2189 maybe, 2188. It was between the years 2100 and mid 2300, I think. But if I had to say for sure, it's probably like 2367. 2367. The year 2367. Or 68? I don't know. Anyway, it was within 200 years. And so I said, you know what, let me try and establish something there that maybe those guys wouldn't know that they needed. So back in these days, I was like, I believed that I could, gain assistance, from various intelligences. Not that I had any proof that they ever existed or anything, but, I've got a very active imagination. And so I said, all right, life or God or whatever, if the people in this time period need some help or whatever, like something that they could not get because of whatever occurred, and so I said, all right, help out these people in the 23rd century, help out these people in the year 2350 something or 2340 something. And I did a kind of technical thing which I would never do these days. As they got to put some warning labels on some of these books. Anyway, anyway, why did I bring all this up? Oh yeah. So anyway, this was an attempt to bless the future. Like a far future, not like the immediate future. And I'm not having kids anyway, so it's not like I'm trying to preserve any type of a legacy. But anyway, just in case these people and the advanced humans have some type of hearing, I want to close some of these holes. Okay, some of these, there are things in the future that they don't need to know about now, and there's things in the future that we don't need to know about, and so I tried to close some doors, basically. Anyway, all right, come on. Anyway, what I wanted to say today is, I know I've been giving a lot of shit, or talking, I guess, kind of like talking shit about human beings, because I always say you guys, and oh, why don't you guys, get it together, and oh, couldn't you be better than this, and I would like to say a lot of your behavior during your handling of this, virus thing or whatever has been commendable. Human beings have been commendable during the handling of this crisis. Ultimately, I think it'll turn out to have been a giant placebo, but while in my interactions with people who believe that this, in my interactions with people, they've done good. They've done good. People have been giving out like takeout, a lot of takeout. I've been seeing a lot of like McDonald's bags in the trash, and a lot of the restaurants around here, and it's been good. Like I've been eating good. I only eat out of the trash can. Okay, like the streets are empty. Not all the time, but I mean, at night and in the morning. There's obviously not as much shopping, but people they'll come by, and so tonight, some ladies came by. They gave me some food. A couple of days. Last night, someone gave me a protein bar, and I think it's important to recognize these people, because this is when that matters. This is when it matters, giving food and money and this types of things. I mean, obviously it matters during normal times or whatever, or what would be normal to you anyway. But during these times of crisis, or at least the illusion of crisis, I'm not saying this is an illusion, I'm just saying, there's a lot going on, and history may view this time a little differently. But I think that the people have they all right. I know in the grocery stores they fucking bought everything, you know, and they went out and they cleared out all the shelves and all that. But on the streets, I think people they've shown that they weren't complete assholes. Oddly enough, I think it was last Sunday, there were tons of people here, and it was very surprising. And I mean, these guys, I mean, they were vibrant and happy. I don't know if they were happy, but I mean, they were good. I mean, they were in good spirits. But then some lady driving by, she's like, "Go home, you assholes!" And I was like, it was kind of sobering because like my first thought was like, how does she know that these people don't know that they really ought to be inside right now, and like they're supposed to be, and that like it's kind of a foolish thing, whether it's placebo or not. It's kind of a foolish thing to be outside, you know, just hanging out. And I thought that was my yeah. So I thought, how does she know? It's kind of a weird video. I went out to scare anybody. I mean, I want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable, and you know, but not too comfortable. You want to make sure you're awake and you're sober. I mean, I know I've said this before, but you can be sober even if you drink. You know, even if you drink alcoholic beverages, it's important to be sober because it's just. You know, if you like your life, if you appreciate it, you want to make sure that it's everything that you want it to be, and more, if need be. Anyway, so there was all these people, and so I thought that was good too, because that was the best she could do. Like, she couldn't like go, you know, to all these people and explain to them, hey, you know, this, you know, you really ought to be at home right now. And she just drove by and said, "Go home, you assholes." But yeah. So I think other people gave me food too, but it was. So I wanted to say I am very appreciative of the food that I have received. Okay, I am appreciative that, you know, that people do care about me at least a little bit to make sure that I am fed. During this time, I mean, a lot of the regular homeless folk have gone somewhere else. So you know, I think I might be getting my trash can supremacy that I was hoping that I would get while I was out here. And oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Oh, and I found a. So I have like my own, like, I have like a mini garden that I have a plant, or, I mean, I have several plants in one pot, one pot, and I don't know, maybe I shouldn't mention, I will mention it, fuck it, I mean, not fuck it, but, fuck it, Slime Square, Times Square Slime, oh shit. Alright, I don't mean any disrespect to the... Alright, there are a lot of serious things going on in New York City. I didn't mean any disrespect. I have a habit, okay, sometimes I just have to... It was a quote from Ghostbusters 2. Okay, they were... When they... It was from that scene where, you know, they were telling there's a river of fucking slime underneath the city that's turning everything to shit. So... you guys got to clean it up. And then, you know, the mayor's assistant was like, "Oh no, these guys are. This is an election year. We can't have the mayor being associated with the Ghostbusters." Oh, so we had them committed. And so they were saying, if you fuck this up, okay, we're gonna go to the papers, okay. And so as they were discussing like the fucking headlines, they were like, "Oh, slime squared, Times Square slime," you know. So that's just my. Okay. So anyway, I got a new plant today. I found a bit of a... No, I won't say it. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Yeah. Anyway. God bless my plants. Yeah, there we go. I mean, yes.